gamers and geeks, and welcome to a review for Elden Ring. This is Ogre, an old guy's geekly review. We're gonna just talk briefly about Elden Ring, where you can play it, and what it is, whether or not this is something for you. Should you play it? Well, it basically boils down to how frustrated do you allow yourself to get with combat, and whether or not you like the previous type of Dark Souls games. I'll just go ahead and say that if you did not like these type of games before, you will probably not like them still. Even though they say it's more accessible, it is not. It is not more accessible than the other games. There is a little bit more exploration, so those of you who like to explore a world will find a little bit more to like here, but ultimately the world is still locked behind that Elden Ring punishing gameplay. I myself, I will go back and tackle bosses a few times. Five is my kind of soft limit. If I have trouble tackling something more than 5 times, it's not the game for me. So most of Elden Ring fits that for me, but not all of it. And ultimately, I can't see, um, well, if you're the type of person who is fine with trying to tackle a boss 100 times in order to beat it, then this might be for you. But if you have a lower threshold, then you may want to avoid this because there are some very punishing bosses. There's some very much the environment can be locked behind some very specific creatures. As to whether or not this is like the critics say, the critics are giving it a great score. Metacritic, the score was near perfect. However, when you look at the player score, it's definitely not that good. So there are definitely people who love this. It's got some really good stuff, and there are definitely people who hate this because it's just not for them. So if you played the games before, the Dark Souls games, and you liked them, fine. If you haven't and you're on the fence about whether or not this is the accessible entry, it's not. So take that for what it is, and hopefully this has helped you decide whether or not you want to tackle Elden Ring. This has been Ogre. Oh yeah, I should tell you where to play it. Well, you can play it pretty much everywhere except the Switch. So, you know, PlayStation, Xbox, PC. This has been Ogre, an old guy's geekly review, and as always, have a wonderful day.